Dr. Gordon Allen here. We're going to do a quick synopsis of POA, which is the art of transferring your consciousness. This book was written in 1935. It was edited again and again several times, 1958 and 1967. Great book. Dr. Wentz, Dr. W.Y. Evans Wentz, famous man. Great book. Buy this book. POA on page 253. Can you see that? Oh, got to do it this way. Page 253, part 4, goes into detail, several warnings about trying to fool around with transferring your consciousness. Other people can get into your body that's been discarded, pretty much looks dead, may even start to stink. Yeah, you can transfer your consciousness. This book is proof that you can transfer your consciousness. Doctor tells you this and that. Doesn't look like there's any way out. Takes a long time. This is not one of those flash bangs. Let me take a look here. There are several tales. You can buy this book yourself. I'm not going to read the book for you. But I mean, there's several narratives, I call them, the tales, stories, that go into what has happened to people who have done this and pretty much messed up. Between page 253 and 259, there are outlines of what went wrong and how come you're really not supposed to try this without a guru, without a trained apostolic line of initiates, of yogis who have been trained by yogis going back a long, long time ago. Not people who, like myself, I just have a PhD. I have nothing to do with the Buddhist apostolic lines of succession. I'm not a guru or a yogi. I'm just an academic with a book. And between pages 253 and 259 in Tibetan Yoga and Secret Doctrines, you see these warnings, 253, 259. And then on 261, the actual practice, the actual methodology, physical methodology for transferring your consciousness is on page 261, and it goes on into like prayers and visualizing deities and prayers, and it's a rite, it's a ritual. Goes on in 269, 271, goes on to about 267. Then book 5 gets into the path of the mystic sacrifice, the yoga of subduing the lower self. Now, like I said, I'm not going to read the book for you. I am just describing the book. I want you to buy the book. I want you to read the book. It's good information. Read this book. Dr. Gordon Allen. I am Dr. Gordon Allen. I graduated from the Howard University School of what we called it then, African Studies. But since then, I think they've renamed it the Center for African Studies. Great program. What I have to say about this in connection to Africa is that all of what we see in the East came from Africa. That's a whole nother video. You're not going to get me to try to talk about that in any detail here. But in this particular video, read this, the Tibetan Yoga by Dr. Wentz. It can be it will be very helpful. Not can be, but it will be very helpful, because here in Western civilization, we really aren't taught very much. Excuse me, about what the solutions are to our ignorance. We really weren't taught how to live. So we definitely weren't taught how to die. Um, Dr. Allen, that's my name. I want to help whoever I may help. This is not just for old people, young people. Look at we're in a pandemic right now. I'm talking to you on October the 31st, 2020. It's just a couple of days before the presidential election, and this country, maybe I can go so far as to say the whole world, is having a train wreck right now with that pandemic, with the pandemic. It's a crisis. We're in a crisis. So peace and goodwill to everybody. Until next time, I'm going to try to doctor this video. I'm going to try to ask you to subscribe. My videos are free, but I want people to subscribe and listen to some of the classwork that I'm going to develop, not just on Eastern spirituality like this, but on African spirituality. There's a link between all the world's religions, a very curious link. I'm not going to get into that deep water right now, but we're all one people, and everything we do, everything we've ever done, is similar because we're all related. Okay, all right. Peace, and hopefully we'll meet again in my next video. All right, bye bye now.